Welcome to my channel. My name is, sorry. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces right now. Sorry. I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watches. Also for the people that find themselves on my videos, regardless of the title, really seriously resonating, okay? So a major shift just happened. It's been a lot of shifting day in and day out. The shifts have been accelerating, like the frequency, the potency has increased. But a huge one literally just happened. Let me get the cards ready. I don't know if you're ready to hear this. Okay. Just pull my mic. All right. Oh my gosh. My chest. Here goes. Here goes. Okay. So the way you're seeing something, the way you're feeling about something, maybe someone, I don't know, it's different for everybody. But there's like these little tugs, little pulls, little shifts within. And I think enough has happened that suddenly the way you're seeing is very, very, very different. Like very, very different. Okay. I'm getting nervous. I don't know why. I'm just getting so nervous. Be gentle. Be gentle. So I'm getting the cards ready. I just want to tell you guys really quick. So I did have my wisdom tooth yanked the other day, like just a few days ago. And I'm allergic to the lidocaine, novocaine, the entire cane family. I can't have any numbers for anything. And so they have to put me to sleep. They got to put me to sleep. And while we were running an errand, my husband just like, he randomly remembered that when he went to pick me up for this most recent procedure, he told me I was singing hella loud. That they rolled me out on a wheelchair, out to the car where he was waiting, and he had to carry me into the car. And then I decided to sing an Evita song at the top of my lungs. I believe it. I believe it. The previous appointment, I distinctly remember attempting to force the dental technician to allow me to give her a free psychic reading while still in the dental chair. So that's fun. That's always fun. The video was deleted. The first procedure, I went ahead. Yeah, don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I'll never leave you. I cried when I heard. So yeah, the first procedure, I don't know, I had enough in me to get up, get my purse, get my phone out, log into Facebook, and go live. Like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. Before my husband caught me and was like, get off your fucking phone. No, I just gotta check something. Whatever. I'm almost done, guys. Shit, it just flew. I'm almost done. Almost done. One more deck. One more deck. Is this the final deck? Oh, gosh. All right, we're just going to leave it at this deck, okay? I can't talk for too long. There we go. Here we go. All right. So I don't know if you're ready to hear this, okay? It says a lot if I'm over here feeling nervous. Maybe nervous for y'all, not for me. No, I'm joking. So here it is. Flowering. You're going through this phase of allowing your blossoms to open. If you're feeling like, if you're suddenly becoming aware that you are super tight into yourself, very closed up, if you're struggling to smell the sweetness in life, then, you know, most likely you're becoming aware of the start of your phase of flowering, where you are opening yourself up, allowing the world to sample of your beautiful sweetness, and just becoming more of yourself. Okay. Flowers are not ashamed for being beautiful things. Flowers don't compete with each other. They don't compare themselves to a different flower. And flowers also don't get upset that the sweetness of their fragrance attracts bees and bugs. Okay. So card number 2, liberty. There you are, turning away from the fact that your peace has been caged. It's almost as though we don't want to admit to ourselves that we hold the key to unlocking the door to the cage that sets our soul free, that sets our truth free. And here's the thing that I'm realizing. Not only do you hold the key, you are the key as well. You are the key, you are the lock, you are the cage. You are the totality of what it is you're experiencing. You're not simply a result, a byproduct of whatever it is life is bringing to your door. So, I think Daddy got to hold my hand. I don't know why it scares me. Forbidden and honesty. I think you have to be honest about something that's forbidden. I don't know what's forbidden. I think this is going to be... I just talked a little too fast. I think this shall be a different forbidden item, forbidden thought, forbidden process, forbidden feeling for every person. Okay? Like forbidden. It's okay, you're resilient. But here's the thing, it's like, what are you carrying on your back? Are you carrying on your back people's... What are you carrying on your back? Oftentimes, this type of imagery reminds me of parasitic circumstance, like new growth within that parasitic circumstance. Are you carrying the weight of the interference of parasites? Sometimes what parasites will do to interfere, it'll be very subtle, okay? It'll be very, very subtle, and it can present itself something along the lines of, oh, this is my voice. What am I thinking? You know, they can absolutely mimic to that degree, where unless you're aware there's mimicry going on, you're not going to be aware. I know, it's cyclical logic. I know. Number 29, seeing the true you. It's time for you to see the truth of who and what you are. You are so much more than what you covet. You are so much more than what you think, or the ways in which you believe you've failed, the ways in which you believe you've come short. You're so much more than that, okay? And whoever is wondering, what does she mean you're so much more than what you covet? If what you covet is connection, okay? If what you covet is, I don't know, something someone else has, then maybe it's time for you to take a moment to create this for yourself, okay? Maybe it's time to create the very thing that you want. I wear my glasses. Okay, it keeps slipping down. I don't have enough of a nose bridge. Card number 29, shine. just keep shining anyways. Just shine. Your light is coming out of you, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, whether you want to credit yourself with the growth, or you want to go ahead and try and say someone else did this for you, someone else deserves a credit. I mean, people can really, here's the thing, okay? People are like, oh my gosh, I mean, you never let yourself get credit. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I can tell you everything you need to hear. I can pre-plan your entire life, plot out every single event around the time frame it'll happen, some of the details, the people involved, what it's going to teach you, the lessons. None of that doesn't mean shit unless you allow it to mean shit for you. So really, at the end of the day, who gets credit? Who gets credit for that? None of that will do anything or go anywhere without you putting it into play in your life. So you deserve all that credit. So let yourself shine. There's going to be a moment of recognition. Ooh. In that shine, someone, again, someone's been watching you. Maybe you thought they stopped. Maybe you thought they stopped, but they're still watching. I just need to drink down some of this salt coming up. Crystal, you're on notice. Do one more comment where I don't know if you're a troll, you're going to get removed. I'd love to allow you to continue to stay here. Just so you know. All right. Aloneness. Oh, shit. So it like, it ties into this. I thought I was alone now. You thought you were alone. You're not. You're not. It's more than just watching you. It's more than just watching you. Gosh. It's more than shit. So not only are they watching the whatever feeling, I don't know if this is someone that you have a good connection with. I don't know if this is someone who has malicious intent. I don't know. Maybe it's a Scorpio. Not to talk shit about Scorpios, but once you upset a Scorpio, you just really never know why they're coming back. You don't know if they're coming back because they just want to be around you, or if they're coming back because you fucked up. Now I'm going to let you experience how much you fucked up. I don't know, but I'm not very trusting. So you're constantly on their mind. Whoever this is, you're constantly on their mind. It's up to you if you want to stay or go. I'm just saying, you talking about dicks, girl. I mean, I talk about dicks too, but I know what my intent is when I'm talking about dicks. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you're trolling. I don't know, but you're talking about dicks. Card number 28. Can you hear me? So Samantha, you're a Scorpio. Is it true though? You know what I'm saying? Is it true? Like, are you going to come back? Because I don't know. Shit. I don't even know if one Scorpio can speak for another because they're all so different. So card number 28, can you hear me? Can you? Your higher self is talking to you and is trying to like help you learn how to swim. And here you are in your mother freaking shell trying to float above water. What is this Messiah complex? I don't know. Oh shit. I've never noticed that before. Okay, all joking aside, there's like tentacled shit in the water. So you're over here not even realizing what's going on, all up in your shell. I hope you're wearing underwear in there. All up in your shell, and there's stuff coming from a direction that you're probably not noticing. What's the message? It's the same tentacle. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I assume this was like the edge of a grass. I'm told no, this is the edge of tentacles and a fog, some sort of attempt to block your view. Again, tentacles. This is turning out to be some fucked up shit. For real, for real. Oh. I was talking about, well, girl, if you want to be all butthurt, that's fine with me too. That's fine with me too. You know, you don't have to comment if you don't want to. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, I'm so sorry. You wrote about dicks. I don't know if you're being a troll. So card number 13, summon. Whatever this is, you're calling something back to you. Now maybe that's why I was nervous. I don't know. This is something dark. This is something that's most likely, there's a high potentiality of this being something sinister. Because look at her face. She's so focused. She's so focused. Summon, card number 13. Feminine energy is tied with the number 13. Card number 31, faith. Have faith in your process. You know, this is a process of rebirthing yourself, rebirthing your life. I mean, you can't exactly rebirth or birth yourself if you expect to stay in the cocoon, if you expect to just kind of like, you know, be sheltered in darkness, quiet, you know, be fed by the umbilical, things like that. We have to really consider these things, because if not, what ends up happening is you don't hear the messages, you know? I don't believe in bad karma. All karma is a balancer. Karma is nothing more than miasmic distortions, frozen light code within your auric field. This feels like for some it might be like a intentionally malicious attempt. You know what I mean? Intentionally malicious. Like they consciously plan on doing or saying something, creating a circumstance that's going to be really hurtful to you. So, I mean, if this is something that's resonating, something you're already getting the feeling of for some time now, and you're really resonating with this, this is something really good to know, because now when things happen, and things always happen in life, you'll have a better idea of, oh, is this it? Is this, okay, I'm not falling for this. Because one of the most effective ways a parasite can breach your field is by an acute frequency drop. And the way that's done is by like triggering you. And it's not to say that every single time you get triggered, it's a parasitic attempt. Well, yeah, most of the time. Most of the time it's a parasitic attempt, okay? But it's not always. So when you get triggered, I mean, obviously you have to allow yourself to feel the organic knee-jerk reaction, knee-jerk feelings. And then as soon as you realize, you have to be like, whoa, okay, hold up. Damn right, I should be mad. But now I have to be really aware, like what's really going on. Is this like a bait and switch? Is this, you know, one of those things like gaslighting, where they try and say or do something to really get you to behave in the way they want to portray you as? Narcissists do this often, you know? I was talking about narcissism in a recent reading, and it was like an exchange with someone in the audience. And the thing is, like, I had felt like making the reading that so deep into narcissism, I felt like it wasn't the right thing for me to do. I wanted to give a more generalized reading, but then Michael kept saying like Pisceans are usually the target target of narcissists. It's true. Pisceans usually are, because we're able to feel on such a deeper level. We're more sensitive, not necessarily better, but more sensitive. And so it's easier to gaslight us and to kind of quiet down our rage, because it's like, well, I don't want to make you feel bad. And so narcissists learn how to manipulate these traits. These should be your strengths. The moment you begin to exist without shame, without apology for being who you are, that is the moment you become impervious to narcissists. Like narcissists in front of me saying all these things to trigger me. Now I'm upset. I've reacted. Should I feel bad? No, I shouldn't feel bad, because I always try my hardest to keep my mouth shut and not hurt people's feelings. And when it comes out, that is my soul on fire telling me, bitch, gotta learn today. The bitch gotta learn today. Sometimes the bitch is me, sometimes the bitch is other people, but there's some motherfucking learning happening right now. And the teacher never feels bad for conducting class. Just saying. So yeah, faced with a narcissist, I used to be an easy target, because it's like, oh, I don't want to say anything. Now, faced with a narcissist, the fuck you say to me? Say it to my fucking good ear. I'm sorry. The bad ear thought you were being disrespectful. Say that shit to my good ear. Oh, that's what you said. It's motherfucking on now. Sharpen my claws. Claw that shit. You're out. You're out. You're out. And I'm not going to feel sorry. Society can see me as a bitch. The bottom line is this. How do I see myself? I see myself now as a goddess that deserves my defense. Oh, you're so defensive, Emmie. Well, motherfucker, why do you keep making me feel like I have to defend myself? Why can't we just chill? If you weren't constantly poking, I wouldn't feel like I had to block. Now you're upset that you got blocked. Just saying. I'm just saying. These are things like, they have to be said. People want to put you in this prim little box while they shit all around it, and you can't say a word. Well, okay. That's nice, but you don't do what I want either, so why do I have to do what you want? I don't. I have to do what I need. And if I need to flex just a little bit to help you remember, motherfucker, I'm not the one. I may be injured right now, but I'm not the one. I still talk my ass off and tell you where the fuck you can go, because respect is the only thing I will allow you to deliver to my door. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. Nothing. So if you're being disrespectful because someone irritated you, that's a whole different story. If you are exerting your authority within your space and now someone's being, oh, you're being disrespectful, well, then you need to excuse yourself from my auric kingdom. So card number 28. Collaborative dreaming, card number 28. Are you trying to fit in by continuing to pretend you're normal? That's a good way to get diagnosed as bipolar. Just saying. Just saying. Mental health struggles are not a joke. This is a very good way to get diagnosed as bipolar, where you don't allow yourself to have enough internal peace to process your feelings, and everything gets stuffed down to the point where now everything that happens to you feeds the monster inside. Everything that happens to you feeds the monster inside. So card number 33, transformation. Transformation. Fruit of the vine, you should stop acting like me then if you don't want me to call you out. Yeah, no, seriously, this is like everybody's story. Sorry, guys, we're not that special. We all basically process life in such a similar way that we struggle through the same, almost exact lessons. And it's like, oh, I'm the only one. It's because I'm weak. No, No, it's because as a collective whole, the energies that are here with me right now that are resonating with this, we got a lot of self-love needing to be learned. That's part of the transformation. All of this green energy, okay? This green energy is heart energy. Notice how she has no fear. She has no shame. She seems to be walking forward like some sort of avant-garde pageant queen. Look at that shit, okay? She's not scared of the shadows. She's not scared or ashamed or trying to hide these lines of demarcation, the places in which people would be like, oh, that's a flaw. Is it? Or is it part of the texture of my life? The texture of who I am? If you want, okay, think on this, okay? People are constantly like, I want completely smooth skin, no wrinkles, no nothing. So completely smooth skin can be one of a few things. Either, I had to borrow my finger. Either you're wanting to be in a newborn state again. Newsflash, they still have some wrinkles, okay? So that's like the infancy of your consciousness. 2 is you're putting too much emphasis on nothing more than an indicator of a life well lived or a life where you're constantly stressed out, okay? I'm just saying. Or 3, you put too much emphasis on synthetic things that are not organic and natural. You're attempting to defy your own process. You're attempting to rebel against your own life. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've tried so many times to rebel against my own life. My higher self is such a bitch. She never lets me win that shit. So serious. She never lets me win that shit. She always leaves me on the floor crying. I'm fucking tired of crying. So I've stopped fighting with her. I'm just like, whatever you say, bitch. And some people like, oh my God, don't talk to your higher self like that. It's my higher self. Don't tell me how to talk to her. You have no idea what she says to me. She could be calling me a bitch too. That might just be our vernacular. Okay. Again, don't get so caught up in the appearance of the process. So the burden. Okay. What are you doing? Is he riding on his back? He's fucking riding. He's riding on this guy with a chicken. He's a dickhead. Are you going to keep carrying dickheads on your back? The words of dicks. He's a cockhead. Are you going to keep listening to cocks? What was her name? It started with a C. Crystal. Out there. She channeled me in order to deal with the people shoving her in the box. She was talking. See, that's why she mentioned dicks, and it stuck out to me because Michael pointed it out. I was like, dicks? What the fuck's that mean? It's because of this. See, I'm glad you stayed, Crystal. I'm just saying. Don't allow the dicks, the cocks of your life, to ride on your back, force you to do all the work. And look at that. The gloves are green. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? They're attempting to manipulate you, handle you with gloves laced with fake love. Gloves are typically made of leather, yeah? In those times, in the times of the cock, they're you like that. Michael liked that, but in these times they were typically made of leather, leather, the skin of something else. And they weren't green. That's not a natural color. They had to be dyed. It's an artificial coloring. So, artificial love. You're allowing your love for someone else to manipulate you into believing their artificial love is enough. I don't think so. I want my love fresh from the motherfucking dirt, totally organic, watered with the rain every day. Card number 10, Flower Spirit. Oh, look at her face. She's so sad. Melancholy. It's almost this like this imagery of how we feel when we're forced to blossom, because we're so afraid of what happens if we blossom. Um, it's like, you don't, even if you don't understand, even if it's something you're afraid of, even if this blossoming hurts, let yourself blossom anyways. Just hang on and blossom. Just allow it. Just allow it. Okay. Sometimes blossoming happens in a not so nice way. Card number 42, confidence. I don't know, her face. Something about her expression cracks me up. Confidence comes as you learn discernment. Intuition for most people, and this is the most common type of intuition, is very hard to believe. It's very hard to trust. There's so much uncertainty. Did I make this up? Is this just like randomly concocted within my head and pulled out my ass and here's my story and there's nothing to support it? Is it my paranoia? Did someone lie to me? Or am I just being mean? Am I, so many different things. Well, as you begin to learn to discern, you will grow in confidence. You'll begin to understand, like, okay, no, this is divine guidance. I might not understand it. I might not agree with it, but let's watch it play out. Let's see what happens as this plays out. Okay. Michael wants me to share. I'm not ashamed. I still don't trust my own intuition for myself. I can't even read cards for myself. I mean, I can, but I pull out 3 cards. I know exactly what the message is. And then I'll spend the next 3 days fucking around with myself about how, no, that's not the message. No, that's not really the message. It means something else. So up till now, and I'm very, very accurate reading for other people. When they come to see me, I'm still growing. I'm still developing my intuition for myself. I'm still learning to allow myself to have confidence in this sense of knowing who I am, what my path is, what my purpose is. It's definitely not something you need to master. This concept of you need to master things, and that's a human thought that shit up. That wasn't downloaded from any kind of ascended master. The galactic guardians or whatever the fuck you guys talk about. They didn't come and like, you need to master this. No, a human being's unbalanced, insecure ego made that shit up. Whatever the thing is, I promise you, nothing in my hands. A human being with a really unbalanced, insecure ego made that shit up. And other human beings who needed direction in life because they didn't want to listen to themselves, like, oh, that sounds good. Let's follow that. Let's follow that. Oh no. Card number 19. Beautiful. Oh, dream a beautiful dream. So each of us are at the epicenter of many waves of change. Those waves of change can either become additional negativity or change into something much higher in frequency and much more supportive of growth, expansion, elevation of consciousness. Okay. You just have to be aware of exactly what it is that's happening in your life. So if you are ready and willing to do what it takes to go through the process of rising up in frequency, beautiful. But guess what? If you choose to keep around you nothing but people who choose to stay very much anchored into this very distorted paradigm of control, separation. I heard anxiety, separation anxiety. The fuck are you talking about? Well, if they're having separation anxiety, then they should seek professional medical help. I'm not exposing myself to things for that. Card number 8, choices. Yeah, I'm about to have an argument with this guy real quick. Why? Okay, so you present me with this card, choices, and then you're talking about separation anxiety. So I have no choice. If you're saying that at the end of everything, you're just going to drag me to wherever it is you want me to be anyways, there is no choice. Why don't you say that in the beginning then? I'm just saying, like, you're irritating me. I'm injured and you're irritating me. You know, when I talk and get all like emotional and shit, it hurts me more. So just stop. So the whole free will thing. The whole free will thing. Here's the thing. There's 2 types of situations, okay? Free will, as we know it, applies to circumstance that's strictly for your personal enrichment, okay? So free will, if I eat this ice cream and I get like some sort of oral infection from the sugar, that's on me. That's my lesson. I have free will for that. Other things, other situations, the free will doesn't apply. So if it's something that will help, starting to itch, getting hives. If it's something that will help all those who witness this event unfolding, if it will help them to ascend in their understanding, that can't be avoided. That is a given. You will experience that. The details of that experience, the nuances will vary depending on the options you choose, how hard you try and fight and avoid. But you don't get free will on that. Okay? You don't get free will on that. So fine. You'll fucking be a stupid therapist ever. Well, then maybe you should have encouraged me to get my license as a therapist and have my degree in therapy. And yeah, no, you guided me wrong. You told me to be a fucking surgeon. Hold on, guys. Well, no, you just irritate me. I'm not being bratty. I am being bratty. You helped design me, so it's your fault. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh. I thought I was for real in trouble. I don't know if y'all saw my face change, but I thought I was for real in trouble. Like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm being sassy. Anyways, I saw this. 1,000-armed, I don't know. He who looks compassionately upon the earth. Quiet compassion is sometimes the best course. Okay. I looked at this and I was like, that's a shit ton of slaps. Oh, now I'm in trouble for. Oh, good God. Okay. I want y'all to focus on that. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. The quiet compassion is sometimes the best course. So being aware, showing yourself quiet compassion. Sometimes you don't always have to engage. If someone continues to try and trigger you, sometimes the most powerful thing is to not engage in that and just remove yourself. But the whole quiet compassion to me feels like it's time to quietly observe your journey. Just really look over your wounds, look over your energetic body and see where you've been wounded. I don't know who I'm feeling. It's just so much sadness. like so much sadness. See, he tells me, you know, I need to assist with separation anxiety. I don't know, I'm somehow involved in that. I don't know who it is. He won't tell me who it is. And now I feel so much sadness. First wife to Padma, Sambhava. Sometimes love changes the course of a life. The fuck are you talking about now? All right. Sometimes love changes the course of a life. Okay. So I'm wondering if this is about you having self-love. All right. So for some of us, this means, you know, 71% at 717. For some of us, this means that, yes, you have to go further on that journey of self-love. For others of us, it means that you have to stop avoiding conflict resolution. Sorry, my dyslexia popped out. Who's He's got me stuttering. Who's having conflict? Like, is this internal conflict or conflict resolution? What exactly? Where's the conflict? Okay, so for some of us, this might have to do with something from the past. It might be an event that is very, very old, potentially from a previous life, potentially from maybe just a few years ago, few weeks ago, early childhood. I'm not sure. I'm not getting very clear. I'm not getting very, very clear, very definite guidance on what exactly this means. All I know is this better not mean no twin flame shit. I don't know what it means. Dance with Ganesh. Remover of obstacles. Give yourself over to joy and your life will flow. So give yourself to me. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Don't. Stop resisting your path. So I guess this has to do with resistance. I guess this has to do with avoidance, resistance, refusal to give, refusal to bend, refusal to move, flow. These are choices that we're making. When you hold on real tight to who you are, what you are, where you are in life, that then becomes the burden. What if you're the cockhead? Yes, sometimes I am. Don't say daily. You're such a jerk. I swear to God. Even if it's daily, like, I'm injured. Be nice to me. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Ooh, so I'm wondering if maybe you've become too happy alone, too happy with just you for some, okay? Oh, that's one hell of a message. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, the secondary message that I got. So for some of us, we become so happy just being alone. We don't got to deal with anyone else's bullshit. Life is quiet, it's peaceful. You can do whatever you want. There's no need to share. There's no need to ask permission, be considerate, none of that. That's awesome, right? Well, here's the thing. The reason I'm like, oh, is because the message that I was also being given is that, are you really happy? Or are you just afraid to experience yet another moment of vulnerability? Because someone can take away this very, very carefully constructed house of cards Because really, I mean, most people don't really thrive alone. They can outwardly appear to be very happy, very satisfied, um, very this, very that, but are they really? Are they really? Are they really happy with that? I think I would be very happy alone for a long time, but I think at some point um, I would probably long for someone to bounce ideas off of, thoughts, just to get a different perspective. And it's not like longing for another relationship, like romantic relationship. I think it's more of like just having a connection. This can be a friendship. It can be with family. It can be at work, whatever it is. But I mean, and that's the thing. Do you have at least one connection like that outside of you? I don't feel like this is just a romantic message. I feel like for many of us who have created this insulated space where, we're single, we don't, and that's a beautiful thing, not having to, um, not having to worry about anything but yourself. It's not selfish. It's not sad. But do you have at least one connection like that where you can bounce off ideas and share with each other and really just grow, thrive in that semi silence? Because for the most part, you have silence. And then when you need it, you have communication. So just be careful with that, okay? Be careful with allowing yourself to let your fears dictate to you how alone you actually are. And the word alone on its own carries with it such a stigma, such a negativity, like, oh, you're alone. What's wrong with that? I like my own company. I like my own company, but I do recognize that there are times where my distortions, when it comes to me specifically, when those distortions become so great that I can't see clearly, I can't receive the messages clearly. And that's when it becomes important for me to reach outside of myself. This is about balance. This is about balance for those of us who are constantly reaching outside of yourselves. Um, you need to find satisfaction with just you. And for those of us who are so comfortable with just us, you need to find comfort in being able to reach out, open yourself up, and experience vulnerability in front of someone else. And it doesn't have to be on a live stream, it can be a very private, very personal thing. So, this is about balance, realizing where you are and making sure where you are has balance. And here's the most beautiful thing: when you are centered within yourself, you don't even have to try to balance. By virtue of your centeredness, you already have balance. That is a given result of that balance, of that centeredness. So be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. That's beautiful. Maybe this is just for some of us, maybe this is just encouragement to explore, to see where your boundaries are, and see if maybe those boundaries need to be pushed a little bit further. Pushing boundaries just a little bit further is not some type of disregard for what you need. It's allowing yourself to sometimes become uncomfortable so that you can redefine where your boundaries should be. If your boundaries forever stay exactly where they're at, is that growth? Because those boundaries are where the safety of your consciousness and life experience end. Everything beyond that is an unknown, is potential danger. So if your boundary is 5 feet when you're 5 years old and you become 55 and it's still 5 feet, have you grown? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe just a little bit, but not enough to really take you to where your potentiality is asking you to go. It's not about mastering anything. It's not about having this pre-planned, scripted response to everything that happens in life. That's not peace. That is a program run by artificial intelligence. These are programs. And unless you consider yourself artificial intelligence, nothing more than some sort of humanoid machine, you might want to reconsider a few things. Card number 1, the Magician. The Tower in the distance. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. And sometimes the path that leads you to the arrival of that manifestation might take you to a tower moment. Because some of the things that we want to manifest in life, it requires the deconstruction, the controlled demolition of these belief structures that were installed within us as children without our consent. That's important to note. These belief structures that most of us still adhere to, live our lives in accordance with, they were installed within your consciousness without your consent. You didn't agree to that. You were programmed to comply. You were trained, programmed, however you wanna put it, okay? So it's time to begin really analyzing what's going on with life, really analyzing how you're seeing your life. Are you complacent in your lack of growth? This is not about blame. This is about recognition of the areas that need your attention, okay? Blame has no place in my life. There's no point. There's no point. I'm not going to waste my time, my energy, my focus on that. I'm going to learn my lesson. I'm going to elevate. I'm going to reach higher levels of potentiality. I'm going to do whatever the hell I can to tap into those elevated potentialities. Potentialities are not guaranteed. They're potential. They're possibilities. So I'm not going to waste my time on something that is robbing me of elevated potentiality. Oh, God. Okay. It's fine. Ooh, and have so many tower moments, feel exhausted. Ooh, I just got a message. Sometimes we need to recognize when we have so many tower moments, one after the other, there's a high probability that the soul has been jailed, because that sounds like a fortress at that point. It's no longer a tower. It sounds like a fortress. It sounds like walls have been erected and towers placed on top, so that whatever it is that wants to keep you confined, very limited in your existence, it can see in every direction and block any type of growth, any type of help. Yeah, it might be that you're existing within an internal prison. And if you're exhausted, that might indicate that your soul has been working overtime to break down those walls, reestablish its own definition of boundaries, its own definition of everything. Okay. Final card. My face is starting to hurt. Did you hear that, Michael? Card number 35. The lover and the beloved. When you move beyond consciousness, you caress the beloved. When you move into the unknown beyond everything, the beloved caresses you. It's not enough to love me. I want you to allow me to love you. It's not enough to desire me, to want to be closer to me. I want to reach out to you and grab a hold of you, drawing you into me and never letting you be apart from me again. There is so much more for us to experience, you and me, than simply gazing, even with love, at each other from a distance. Let me take you into my arms. Let me hold you until we cease to know or care where you and I once were you and I, for instead we will be one. Will you allow it? Will you allow me? Will you allow us to be? Oh, sweet beloved, the divine, the great beloved, has a passionate desire for you, to love you, to touch you, to make the divine presence known to you, so that you will cease to fear the darkness, take delight in all of life, and become mesmerized by the beauty of love and its endless emanations. But how we resist love at first. Yes, we've been burned before. Abandoned, betrayed, so painfully disappointed, cast aside, and have suffered at the hands of some unworthy lover. Can this divine love affair be tarred with the same brush, with the same bitter expectations that keep the heart closed? You are too beautiful to be hidden away behind a bitter and gated heart. That's unworthy of you. So then, can you allow the great beloved to reach for you, to receive that sacred touch every day, to be spoken to with words of love, to receive? You who give of yourself, can you recognize the beloved wishes to give to you too? These need not be mutually exclusive happenings. Come now, deep down, you know the genius of the divine is such that in being received, much is given. You shall not be selfish in letting yourself be seen and loved. Allow it. Rejoice in it. Take delight in allowing yourself to receive life and let the world soak up the ardent glow of your sensual surrender into the great beloved's embrace. This oracle brings you a message. Something has to change in your physical world. You are in need of more sustenance, more love, more connection, and more nourishment that touches your body and soul and brings them into deeper oneness with each other, with life, with love. Dare you open up and allow that love in? The great beloved has desired this to be. Will you heed that holy desire? Will you allow love in? Say yes. If you find this difficult, now's the time to gently, carefully tend to the walls you once placed between yourself and life. Walls of tentativeness, excessive caution, fear of abandonment and betrayal, doubt of your own lovableness, and doubts based on past pain without substance. You are so much greater than these crumbling walls. They are the stuff that's designed for demolition, not devotion and honoring. Can you begin to unpack the bricks you mistakenly believed were essential to your safety and well-being? You are too vast to see for that small puddle of thought now. The oceanic world of love is your true home, and the sun is beating down upon you. It's too hot to gaze at the ocean longingly from afar, or even stand by its edge. Strip off your layers, run to the ocean and dive in. This oracle brings you special guidance. An offer or opportunity is on its way to you or has recently been presented. It may be an idea you have been nurturing or one presented to you by another person. Sit with it. Do you feel exhilaration? Do you feel energy at the thought of saying yes? Then say yes. Allow yourself to receive. There is divine encouragement in taking risks that feel wild and alive to your heart. So it's time. It's time for you to allow yourself to exit this mental place of basically slavery. You deserve so much more. You deserve to allow yourself to return back to the throne, either within your heart or within the heart of someone else. It's really up to you. This is about your self-love journey. This is about you recognizing exactly what you deserve. And if you have some really distorted views on yourself, or you believe you're a bad person, you believe you deserve to suffer, you believe this and you believe that because you've done this and you've done that, what if this? What if you entertain this really quick? You are so much more than a product of your training and environment. Whereas children, we are told either outright or slightly more subtly that we are bad, that we are failures. No, you're not. You are not bad. You are not a failure. What you are is someone who has allowed yourself to believe the lies of people who can't even find their own worth. You cannot allow someone who doesn't understand their own worth to dictate to you your own. That's like me expecting someone who never brushes their hair to brush my hair every day and curl it. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So instead, rise up in your power. Return yourself to your own throne and begin clearing out this bullshit that you've participated in, this bullshit that you've believed. I don't care what you've done in life. Even if you've intentionally hurt someone else, that is not now. And now you have the opportunity to choose a different path. I am not willing to shackle you to a moment where you did not know better. I'm not making excuses for you. If you've done fucked up shit, you've done fucked up shit. Own up to it and move forward. Asking you to stay there and continue to repent for a moment you can no longer change, you can no longer take back, does nothing for your growth or mine. So give yourself permission. If whoever it is you hurt refuses to give you permission, then give the permission yourself. You are not asked or expected to shackle yourself. That's what this is right here. You carrying all those moments, all those memories of when you allowed parasitic interference to determine your life circumstance. It's very easy. The moment you stand up, all of that shit falls out. So stop bowing down to the bullshit. Stop bowing down to the people who need you to bow down to understand they're worthy, because that's not worth. That's domination. And that is one of the most heinous things, most heinous acts on a spiritual level. They're attempting to dominate you and separate you from your own truth. Separation is the most violent act you could ever commit. As a child is separated from its mother during birth, that is a very violent process. You can only give birth one of two ways. You're either going to experience so much pressure and pain and be pushed out of the only place you have ever known safety, love, and comfort, or you're going to be cut out. Birth is a messy process, but it's still so fucking beautiful. Recognize your entire life has been leading up to your birth. Your birth as an inner adult. The inner child has already been birthed. Now you're entering a period where the inner adult needs to come out, needs to stand front and center. Stop hiding behind the child. Stop trying to quiet the soul. Let your inner adult out, okay? Just let it out. Be you. Thank you, Plane. Be you. Own your life. Own your life. I've done mean things before. I'm not super mean, but man, I can be fucking mean. Hey, you know what? I'm learning. Thank you, Germanica. It's not an excuse. I'm learning. I take accountability for things I've said that are mean, things I've done that are mean, ways in which I haven't loved myself enough. I'm learning, and that's all I need to know. And this trust that as I continue to learn, as these events circle back around, usually with different people, I will learn a more compassionate way to approach it and resolve it. Compassion is not always about bowing down. It's not always about, I'm sorry, you get your way. No, sometimes the compassion needs to go to me, where I need to be okay with the fact that I had to cuss a motherfucker out and let them know, I don't think so. So I hope you guys get some sort of clarity with these readings. I hope it helps you to better understand yourself and your life and give yourself permission to move freely within your life. You don't have to continue carrying all this weight, all these preconceived notions of other people, who they think you should be, who they need you to be for their benefit, not for yours. Doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means you need to shift your gaze back onto yourself. Look at the ways in which you've let yourself down and learn how to stop doing that. And that's it. That's it. Allow yourself to learn, okay? So thumbs up for this. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I did send out an amazing text for those who signed up for my text notification. Sometimes people don't get their notification when I go live. So I'm offering a way to text you right before I go live. The directions are in the description box of this video. I'm gonna resend that lovely text that I sent earlier, probably tomorrow. You don't want to miss out on this. You really don't want to miss out on this. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.